Pointing stuff out you didn't notice in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Power vs Speed trailer. In this video, I will be pointing stuff out that was in the latest trailer for Sparking Zero. The Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Power vs Speed trailer had plenty of details you might have missed on the first, second, or even third watch through of the trailer. Make sure you guys hit the like button on this video, and if you do enjoy this video, please subscribe to this channel. The trailer opens up similar to the Rivals trailer with Super Saiyan Trunks fighting, transforming into his Super Trunks form. First thing to note is that the words power is being presented, then Super Trunks is shown, then speed is being presented, and then Dispo is shown. Trunks says you'll understand the difference in our power. Dispo comes out saying my speed is unmatched even among the Pride Trooper. He then says, "You think you can keep up with me, kid?" It seems to confirm the start of battle quotes are a thing, as these particular characters never interacted, so perhaps this is confirming custom or rather unique interactions. During the fight between Dispo and Trunks, Dispo shows off his impressive speed when Trunks is knocked back from Dispo's combo. He appears to be using the revenge counter mechanic introduced in Sparking Zero. Super Trunks is shown using Super Explosive Wave as his ultimate. Super Explosive Wave is confirmed to be his ultimate blast due to us learning that going into hypertension changes the weather. So anytime we see dark weather, that's how we know that's their ultimate attack, and Trunks performs this action in the same manner as he does in the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 version. We're introduced to the Universe 2's warrior Kakunsa. Kakunsa uses an ability called Flash Claw, which she slashes Trunks several times. She used this ability in her fight with Android 17 during the Tournament of Power. Starting with Super Trunks Beyond, we will see characters with either the word speed to represent speed character or power represent power characters written behind the character when they're presented. Now, continuing from here, Master Roshi is introduced, Max Power Roshi. He's a power type, and he's shown to be standing on the ground completely as the flight mechanic or the non-flight mechanic for Master Roshi returns. We see him do a combo on Kakunsa, but after he does the combo, he starts descending towards the ground. Characters such as Kid Goku and other iconic Dragon Ball characters could be playable in this game just due to us getting a return of non-flight characters. Master Roshi is shown using his ultimate blast, Max Power Kamehameha. But then it doesn't stop there, because then we are introduced to a new stage, West City. Nappa is then shown, a power type, and Nappa is shown using his volcanic explosion. It's been changed to be more accurate to the anime, and instead of a blue color, it's now orange-yellow, the explosion and the ability on his fingertip. Birder is a speed character introduced, and Nappa is then later shown using Blazing Storm, and again, something that is interesting is these unique interactions. Nappa says, "Don't think I'm gonna follow your orders for the rest of my life." Meaning that, hey, the Ginyu Force kind of owns you and they could tell you what to do because they were under Frieza and they were higher than the Saiyans. I think this, once again, is a special interaction for either the Ginyu Force or Birder specifically. Now, Birder gets behind Nappa and sends him crashing into the ground. The pose that Birder does before he sends Nappa flying seems to indicate that it's the Space Mach attack, but it's uncertain. Now, when Nappa hits the ground, I believe this is the first time I've seen permanent environment damage showcased in the game, versus just seeing some rocks fall down and then you don't see them again. Now, Toppo appears as a power type. We see him using Justice Tornado. This attack is actually referenced from his fight with Goku in the Zen Exhibition match. Toppo attack throws Birder into a building, further showing the environment destructibility. Jace appears, a speed type, and Jace uses the Purple Comet attack alongside Bertzer, and this is Jace's ultimate blast. This attack has been upgraded much better compared to Budokai Tenkaichi 3's version. Next up, we go to Kale the Berserker in Dragon Ball Super's Broly, who are side by side fighting each other. Super Saiyan Kale, she is in her Berserk form as a power type, and Broly is in his full power Super Saiyan form as a power type. We see Kale using the gigantic throw against Bertzer. We see that Broly looks similar or transforms into a similar fashion to that of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Broly is then shown using one of the attacks he used in the movie. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, it just looks like an explosive wave with multiple beams coming out. Then next we see Kale and Broly duking it out, trying to dominate one another. I don't know if this is a gameplay thing or if this is a special cutscene. I'm gonna be willing to bet that this is one of the things called the impact action. And then from there we have Hit. He appears as a speed type. He uses his time skip ability on Broly. Then we see Hit's ultimate blast, which I believe is Time Prison, against Kale. We then get a bunch of clips of the characters revealed in the trailer. Dispo looks to be using his ultimate blast, which we can summarize or theorize that it's going to be the super maximum light speed mode. Broly looks to be using his ultimate blast, Gigantic Catastrophe, and at the end of the trailer we are presented with what is being referred to as the roster slots for Sparking Zero. And I ain't gonna lie, it's interesting. The characters revealed in this trailer have been placed. There isn't any convention of how many characters are being placed, where they're being placed, unless it's a form of the character, if you will. Now, just to recap what we did learn from this trailer. First, we learned that we have 11 new characters joining the roster. Super Trunks, Dispo, Kakunsa, Master Roshi, Max Power, Nappa, Bertzer, Topo, Jace, Kale Super Saiyan Berserk, Super Saiyan Broly Full Power, Super Hit. Character ultimates change to weather similar to the Raging Soul activation. There are two distinct character types being highlighted in this trailer, power and speed. Whether this implies other types exist is uncertain at this time. Fourth thing I noticed is that something explained in the gameplay showcase that Super Trunks actually uses is one of the new mechanics. I believe it's the revenge counter. And from here we have a fifth thing that we learned from this trailer, and that's that non-flying type characters are returning thanks to Master Roshi being unable to fly. The sixth thing we learned is that character moves have been modified to be more accurate. As an example, we have Nappa in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. His volcanic explosion did not look like how it does in this game. And we have Jace Berter, who Jace's purple comet attack looks more accurate in this game. The seventh thing that I noticed in this trailer was that stage destruction was a lot more evident as we see more of it, and it looks like it's a permanent feature. At a few points we see stage destruction done rather well in this versus in the previous trailer with Goku and Vegeta in the desert. Now the eighth thing I noticed is that in this trailer was the capsule number 576 glider featured on top of a building as Broly is attacking Jace. The ninth thing I noticed is that speed and power type characters are portrayed based off these character types. So what I mean is that Dispo, a speed type, is shown to actually be fast. I know the V-Jump said this, but now we're seeing him actually fast. But Trunks is a power type, and we see him being more powerful, slower movement, not as fast, and his ultimate is like a devastating power move. And the 10th thing I noticed was that a special struggle is going on between Kale and Broly, and I think this might be one of the new impact action. We saw that you have beam struggles come back. Perhaps this is another thing that can be employed. Maybe both characters try to grab each other and they end up grabbing each other to see who can overpower who. But who's to say? It might be a theory. A Kai theory. But what do you guys ultimately think about this? Was there something that you noticed in the trailer that someone else might have not noticed? Give me your thoughts. I am Makai San. Subscribe to the channel and I'll catch you guys later.